Hi there, this is Joshua Zhang, and this is my revision video for Pset 9. This one was about unsolvability, and for number one, I think I understood the question pretty well. It mostly just came down to a few notation things I could have done better on. Firstly, just showing things as 0 and 1 and um, putting things in more concrete like data, and like a more concrete data structure. So for example, in this case, we pre-process to a two-dimensional tuple 1p so that we basically reduce halt on empty to the verifier of our problem here, computational problem pi. So yeah, basically the idea is that, okay, in order for our verifier um, to verify whether or not one is in f of p, whether it's a valid output, that would basically return the result of halt on empty. That would correctly solve halt on empty, which we know is impossible. So we basically, reached a contradiction in our argument. At which case, we know that I think I could have done a better job saying that this means that we cannot verify the solution to pi in unsolvable time. As for number two, this one I feel like I did provide some word RAM code. I think I can be more precise in a few places. For example, here's my pset, the LaTeX code. LaTeX. For example, here I basically just created a double for loop to basically just increase the memory as before we multiply or add. Um, I think I can be a little more precise with, for example, the way that we do this. This is the part where we purposely induce arithmetic overflow and put it at the bottom of the RAM program P of halt on empty. So I call this thing gamma. I mean, it's okay notation. I basically argue that gamma is like at the end of the original program P. So we basically create P prime by adding gamma to the end of um, P. So that was my notation for how to pre-process. It might be a little confusing. I think it could use some work, and I additionally like made a little mistake here about putting it line 0. Like that's doesn't really exist. But the idea remains the same. And the idea here is very similar to you basically just want to what is it? You basically want to just argue that halt on empty reduces to this, which does not. It means it's unsolved.